Here are the 4 things that I do to help me with my stutter. Find out what they are next. What's up, guys? This is Pedro from My Stuttering Life, where, as always, you'll hear the good, the bad, the very ugly. We're going to laugh, we're going to cry, but through it all, just know that you are not alone. So, let's get started. So, we are talking about the 4 things that I do to help me with my stutter. I get asked this a lot. So I want to just hop on here real quick and give you the 4 things. So the first thing that I do is I breathe. Breathing is very, very, very important. And what I learned over the years is diaphragmatic breathing. And so what that entails is you breathe from your belly, from your diaphragm. So for example, I will take a deep breath and feel your belly inflate. And then when you exhale, you're going to speak and it's going to be fluid. So let's try that again. So we are going to take a deep breath in and we're going to speak on the exhale and we're going to be fluent and we're going to be awesome because we're using this breathing technique. So the whole point is to not sound like a robot. So what I have learned is that I just have to practice it and practice it and practice it. And so that way I don't sound so robotic. So that's just me. All right. So breathing is important because when I have a block, I stop, I breathe, and then I speak because what we have to say is important. And if the other person is impatient or they're looking at their watch or they're doing everything other than looking at you, they are not worthy of your time. So my first technique is breathing. I do diaphragmatic breathing. You can Google it and you can practice. And so I breathe every time I have a block. I just stop, breathe, and speak. So here's my next technique that I do. I learned meditation. Well, I'm still learning it. So, all y'all know I started last year. So there is an awesome podcaster, YouTuber. Her name is Maria, and she has her podcast and YouTube titled Strong Body, Strong Soul. So I encourage everybody, check her out because it's through her videos that I am learning to just be in the moment and breathing, focus on my breathing, focus on being present. Because before, I wasn't present. I was just, hurrying up to get the word out because, we're in this microwave society where everything has to be in under a minute. And that's just not feasible. It's not a viable option for Pedro. So every morning, I go to my bathroom and I sit. I have a chair in there, FYI. So I sit in there in the silence and I focus on my breathing. And as I'm breathing, I'm giving positive affirmations. I am telling myself that it's going to be a good day. Everything's going to be awesome. And if I have a block, guess what? I'm going to breathe. And I'm going to focus on my breathing, and I'm going to focus on being present. And that is helpful for Pedro. I can only speak for myself. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a specialist. This is just Pedro in my life. This is my stuttering life. This is what helps me out. So we have number 1, breathing. from your diaphragm. Number 2, meditation. Just learning how to just be in the present and breathing. Focus on your breathing. And so I find that extremely beneficial. And so I encourage everybody to go check out Maria, Strong Body, Strong Soul. I will put her link in the notes. And so that way y'all can check her out because she is awesome. She is a beacon of light. She's just awesome. Okay, and so the third thing that I do is I read out loud. Reading out loud every day. You can do it for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes. I do it for 30 minutes or more. So I have an awesome book here by Nina G. It's called Stutterer Interrupted. So I just got this book. So I am going to read it, and then I'm going to read it out loud. Because for me, when I read out loud, I'm practicing. And like what any good coach will tell you, if you want to get good at a skill, you need to practice. And so I read out loud every day to help me practice. This is what I have to do. You know, this is work. This is hard work. You know, my goal is that if I have a block, I am going to breathe and get over that block. That's it. I stutter. I will have this for the rest of my life. There's no magic pill, but I'm going to learn techniques and tools to help me manage it. And so the third one is reading out loud. So here's the last one. And for some of you, this might be a little bit odd, but I practice in front of a mirror. So I have a bathroom mirror. It's huge. And so I practice greeting like, hey, good morning. Hi, good morning. My name is Pedro. I'm Pedro. My name is Pedro Pena. Hi, good morning. My name is Pedro Pena. Hey, good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. How are you? So I practice in front of a mirror over and over and over again. Because like with any skill that you want to get good at, you need to practice. So Pedro practices. You know, I've been doing this for decades. So this is what has helped me at this point in my life. You know, I still have blocks. I still stutter. But I'm confident. I have confidence. And so if I stutter, oh, well, guess what? I'm going to stop. I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to move on. Because the old Pedro, you know, the angry one, you know, with the ulcers and the migraines, no. Why put yourself through all that pain when you don't need to? So the 4 things we're going to wrap up. Number 1, breathing is so important. So for me, I do diaphragmatic breathing to help me with a block. Number 2, meditation. I have learned to be at peace with myself. I'm in the moment and I'm focusing on my breathing. I do my positive affirmations. Pedro's awesome. It's going to be a good day. We're going to rock it out. And maybe I'll go on the TikTok and do a whoa. I don't know. Maybe. But we're going to have a good time because life is a celebration. We need to celebrate life. Live your life to the best of your ability. If you get hung up on a word, oh well, guess what? The world is not going to stop because you can't say your name. It's not going to stop because you can't order at a restaurant. What we're going to do is we're going to stop, we're going to breathe, and we're going to speak because what I have to say is important. And I'm going to get it out. And, you know, for a lot of people, they may ask, which is a good thing. They may ask you, do you mind if I finish your sentences? And for a lot of people, that's different. It's different for everybody. The old Pedro, you know, when that was done to me, I didn't like it. But now that I'm older, you know what? If you know what I'm going to say and it's the right word to say, because most times they'll get it wrong. But anyway, it's always appropriate to ask the person, do you mind if you get hung up on a word? Do you mind if I help you with your sentence? It's always a good thing to ask, just FYI. So anyway, those are what I do to help me. For everybody, they're all different. But, the one thing that is our common denominator is that we have a stutter and that we are not alone. We're not. We are not alone. There's a lot of us out there. Just Google stuttering and da-da-da. There are many organizations out there to help out. There are many people on social media who are positive, who are people who stutter, and they're doing awesome, creative content work. So just do your research, do your homework. This is work. This is hard work, but this is what I do for Pedro. This is what I do. I know that I will never be 100% fluent, and I'm okay with that because I've already embraced it. I've accepted my stutter. And it's like, oh, well, life will go on. But if I have a block, I'm going to stop. I'm going to breathe. And I'm going to get on with my sentence because that's what I've learned over my 49 years. Woo, chow, 49 years. That's a lot. This year, I'll be 50 in October. October 2, I'll be 50 years old. But you know what? It's only a number. It's only a number. I feel like I'm 12, so my advice for everybody is do your homework, do your work. This is hard work, but this is what I do to help me with my stutter. So if you have a comment, drop me a comment. Let me know. Let me know what are your techniques, because what I do is different than from everybody else. Because, when I was when I had my stutter, it was in the 1970s. Woo! The bell bottoms, the hair parted right down the middle with the wings, and the big open collar shirts with the flower. Ooh, yeah. That's when I was growing up. So just FYI. So some historical reference. So anyway, I want all of y'all to have an awesome day. Drop me a comment, share, like, and subscribe, and we will talk again.